This is My Quebec City, your stories. A good book. Chapter 1 to Oops, it's 3 a.m. Anny, a Quebec City native, has a love of reading and Quebec literature. She even has a radio show about it. For you, she has author recommendations and why discovering the province through reading is one of the best ways to understand its past, present, future, and your place in it. So, Anny, what's your, story?
My name is Anny. I'm from Quebec City. I grew up in Sainte-Foy and Saint-Sacrement, where I live right now. This is my favorite part of the city. I'm a teacher. I taught French, history, and politics here in Quebec and abroad. I've lived in Spain, in Thailand, in Louisiana, British Columbia, and New Brunswick. I'm also a radio host. I host a weekly literature show in CKIA. And I'm also a weekend writer. I've had a few short stories published over the years, and I'm also writing showcase pieces on cultural events, theater, and museums, mostly.
Above all for you, truly, is reading. When did that start?
I was born in a family where education, books, and reading was the pinnacle of our family life, so I couldn't wait to learn to read. I still have a copy of the first book that I've read by myself at age 6.
What was it called?
Famille, tant mieux. Of course, the French version back then. And I find that literature has helped me understand and capture the essence of all those countries that I've had the pleasure and the privilege of visiting. As soon as I arrive in a new country, I go straight to the library. I go straight to the bookstore. I ask questions about local authors, local trends, and then I buy books.
And when you buy those books, what are you looking for?
I'm not looking for easy books. I like books that will challenge me. I like books that will teach me stuff. I like books that have a strange atmosphere. Books that are all about the exploration of humanity's darkest corners. And I like books also that dwell on the deep relationship between humans and nature. That's very important for me. Extra points if the book is about winter. And I also like a strong dystopian story with a feminist twist.
So who are you recommending to start off with, let's say, when it comes to Quebec literature?
I will highlight right now authors that I like that are from Quebec. So first off is Audrey Wilhelmy. When you read her novels, okay, you feel and smell the soil under your feet. You smell nature. You feel the dirt and the blood and the violence. Her female characters are intuitive, knowledgeable, and in the best way possible, they're witches. And I say it in the true sense of the word. She explores, Audrey, deep-seated myths and legends here in Quebec. Martine Desjardins. Martine Desjardins is an author that explores power dynamics, both in families and in communities. She likes to explore the weight of the past, the weight of those traditions that somehow make no sense. She writes about women's lives, patriarchy, in a very dystopian, fantastic setting. And then, if you like poetry, Marie-André Gill. She's an Innu poet from Lac-Saint-Jean. She's really attuned to life in regional Quebec. She writes about Innu culture in a very modern way, but also pays respect to the traditions and to the culture of the ancestors. She writes about, so beautifully, the torments of youth, the hopelessness and the light of everyday life. And what I like about her is that she has an imaginative and very evocative use of the language. And finally, a legend, the grande dame of the late 20th century Quebec, Anny Bussières. I think she's been translated also. What I like mostly about Anny Bussières is the depictions of winter, of our heart's torments, of violent communities and emotions, and how anyone, even if you're standing in a crowd, you will feel lonely, you will feel solitude. that can be a bad thing. It can also be a good thing. It can mean salvation for you. She writes about death. She writes about rebellion, and especially women's rebellion.
Okay, someone is new to Quebec, learning French. Why should they read Quebec literature?
If you are new to Quebec, reading Quebec books will open windows and doors for you in understanding our history, our values, and the distinct aspect of the culture. But also, more and more, is that Quebec writers and authors write in real Quebec French. There was a time, especially around, let's say, the 40s, the 50s, early 60s, like Anny Bussières. She wrote in a very international French to be understood as France's French. Whereas since, I would say, 90s, beginning of the 21st century, writers in Quebec write as we speak. So what you will read is vocabulary that you will hear and that you will get to use on a quasi-daily basis. So this will be a tremendous help in you understanding what's happening around you, understanding your friends, your coworkers, and your neighbors. Because this is a literature that is grounded in modern Quebec. Quebec is, let's say, different, is a world unto itself. It has a history, a culture, a view of the world, values, a relationship to nature and winter that is different from everywhere else. It has a star system, strengths and weaknesses that are its own. And I think that for a newcomer or for an English speaker, discovering Quebec through its literature is a easy and efficient way to also come into contact with First Nations realities, because First Nations topics are really present in Quebec literature. And there is also a sizable Anglo-Quebec literature, and it speaks volume about the solitudes that are working hard to not be so solitary anymore.